For some of the best plays of the week, here is You Love to See It.
Tatis Jr., who does it again.
Dodgers rolling tonight.
That's a rock-solid play.
That is blasted.
We got a star on our hands.
You love to see it.
Clinton, you're up first.
All right, so this game was a couple days ago. It's Phil's Nats. Ball gets hit in the left field. Kyle Schwarber comes up throwing, and it was one of the best plays I've ever seen from a non-base coach coaching a player coming around. Here we go. Little oppo right here. One hopper. Schwarber comes up. Nice throw hop. Gets it moving. Check out Rhys Hoskins behind the dish. Oh, he's already down. Trying to demonstrate the slide. It didn't work out. He probably told him to reach with the right arm and he should have reached with the left or whatever the other way around is. But look at Rhys. He's already down. Oh, I love that. He's selling out on the on-deck circle in order to try to get a run. Didn't happen, but good throw from Schwarber. And that we do love to see. Great hustle out of him.
Yeah, it's got some like real pay me like a French girl vibes going on there.
It was a fun play, though, man, because if you're just watching that, you're thinking, why is Rhys Hoskins on the ground? Oh, wait, because his teammates are on the ground, too, trying to figure out what he was talking about. Alas, great play by Kyle.
My love to see it this week was Hunter Wendelstedt. He's an umpire. This happened right after last week's BBTN Live, where he was calling. He was at second base and he was calling a play. And if you look closely at his shoes, he's wearing a pair of Jordan 11 Jubilees.
Yeah.
And me, just like being a sneakerhead, I was just like, whoa, what is going on here? And so this week, I talked to Hunter Wendelstedt and a bunch of umpires for a piece coming out this upcoming Friday on ESPN.com about the growing sneaker culture among umpires right now.
So take me back to when you're at umpiring school and some of these younger umps are giving you some, making fun of your shoes a little bit. What's going through your head in terms of what is the next step here?
Yeah, well, at the bottom line, and like everything else, I found out one thing: as you grow older, you get knowledge, but you also have to listen to the younger generation because they have some great ideas. So I went to my staff, and I'm just like, all right, what's going on here? They're busting my chops, and they said, well, you got to step up the game here, boss, and that's kind of how it went down. So I didn't know anything about these companies. I mean, from StockX to the bidding process on some of these shoes, nor did I realize the cost and how passionate people are about Jordans. Because like I said, as far as I remember the commercials when the ones were coming out. I'm like, yeah, those are great shoes. And now, as you can tell behind me, I'm a huge Florida Gator fan. And I also like the LA Rams. So, I mean, I'm on StockX now and bidding wars trying to get, some OG ones. I want to get the Rams colors. I mean, I'm looking, I think it's I think they're the Lannies, the OG Lannies, and I'm in a bidding war for those. And I did win a couple weeks back during spring training. I got to pull them up here and show you. Probably my prize Jordans are my Florida Gator.
Oh,
ones.
great!
They're technically Knicks, so they're the ones that they're called the Knicks, but they're the same as Gator colors. So, I reached out to Dan Mullen. He didn't send me any of the new Jordans that the team got, so I figured, he doesn't even know who I am. But maybe after seeing all this Jordan talk, the Gators can hook me up with some cool Gator Jordans now.
I have so much to say about that. Number one, that's the second time this show we've seen the secondary June bedroom shot, which means different angles of his plays, getting into some hardcore TV production there. Secondarily, if you told me that 6 months ago, whenever the show started a year back, did we have umpires on here talking about ump drip and StockX and their sneakers in colorways? I would have told you you're nuts, June. That was fantastic. I love this on every single level. This is why umpires need to be in the game. They're actual humans that contribute to the discourse.
This is also, guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg, too. I have more photos, umpires lining up sneakers for the story on Friday. I talked to 5 other guys. There is a lot more here that is not even revealed in this interview. So I'm excited for this story to come out on Friday.
And for sneakerheads who make a living on dirt, it just seems like a weird mix.
I like it, though. I mean, listen, this is what I say all the time. People who didn't grow up playing baseball or close to the game on the lower levels, they don't understand that umpires are not just the people, or shall I say the robots there to make balls and strikes calls. They're people who, again, brain trust-wise, have probably been around the game for a long time, especially at the big league level. And if they can get into the mix on the swag element, we like this. June, this is a great job. I'm glad you did this.
Also, it's just, I think, for all sneaker people, you got to wear your kicks. You got to wear your kicks. Wear your kicks.
I'm wearing sandals right now, though, so. Yeah.
All right, well, I got to get my love to see it quickly in again before someone makes a call to the bullpen. How about a guy who, up until today, had as many base hits in Major League Baseball as the three of us combined, yet had 2 walk-offs and 3 RBI? Patrick Mazeika of the functional punk rock band that are the New York Mets. 2 walk-off fielder's choice in a week. And I had this stat already, 0 base hits, and then he goes out and hits a solo home run today. So we are now up to 1 base hit, 4 RBI, yet 2 walk-offs. He's the first guy in over 100 years to have multiple walk-off plate appearances before getting his first hit. And the Mets, God bless them, they have to manufacture runs any way they can get them. They are a distant last place in terms of runs scored in all of baseball.
One of these games, I was screaming at my television, "Bunt, you cowards! You won't do it because you don't want to win." And they end up getting it anyway on the swinging bunt fielder's choice, and it worked out. It was one of them. Mazeika, I love this.
All right, so Mazeika actually qualifies for our bonus. You love to see it. And this is the list. I think, June, you found this?
No, this is Clinton. This is Clinton.
Clinton found this on Twitter. Sorry, I got to get that attribution right. This is at RSGAT. The top 10 MLB surnames that could be names of prescription medications. Butera, Mantiply, Adoranza, Quantrill. This is good.
Let me tell you something. I have a particular fondness for these commercials, their music, all the aesthetic. I'm a big prescription medication commercial aesthetic guy. Don't ask me why. But these are so funny. Look at this. Altuve. See, the funny thing is once you take them out of the baseball context, some of them are almost too good. And I want to give a follow-up to this guy who tweeted this, by the way. He said, because the reason Profar is number 1, it's good, is because Jurickson sounds like his first name, the company that would make Profar. That's what's so funny about this. Like, the whole list is great. This is the kind of content I'm here for. So good job out of you at RSGH.
Well, and Mazeika kind of works. I could see Mazeika fitting in on the 8 to 10 range, maybe treating vertigo with the side effect of sweating
Mazeika's
and
the kind of
constipation.
commercial where, yeah, there's a lady who's probably, getting over something that happened. She's leaving work, but the Mazeika kicks in. And when she gets home with her friends, she can now be her real self in terms of what was holding her back. That's what Mazeika sounds like to me.
All right, guys, this is going to be a hard pivot to our next topic. You love to see it. And this is much more sentimental and heartwarming. Drew Robinson, a prospect in the Giants organization, survived a suicide attempt 14 months ago, hit a home run in the minors this week. Guys, I mean, we all had a separate emotional reaction to this. Clinton, what was yours?
My first one was that this thing was a no-doubter, which kind of is what you like to see in this kind of situation. I mean, he got a hold of it, and it felt like it. I mean, I'm sure the outfielder goes back, but I imagine that getting it out is one thing. The feeling of getting a hold of it and knowing you really still had it, I mean, that's just got to be, for lack of a better term, life-affirming, if we're being very honest about the story of Drew Robinson.
Yeah, I think the thing you have to point out, too, with Drew Robinson is that most of us can't hit a baseball that far with 2 eyes. This man is doing this with 1 eye. That is so crazy. And on top of that, it's such an incredible emotional story. Jeff Passan wrote the original feature on Drew. Incredibly well done and an incredibly inspiring story. It's going to be really fun just to see how Drew performs over the course of the rest of the season.
And for more on Drew Robinson's incredible comeback story, sign up for ESPN Plus to watch Alive, the Drew Robinson story. Again, tremendous work by Jeff Passan and the team reporting this story.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.